What's up, MTG Arena fans? I'm Mason Ortiz, and this is my channel, MTG Budget Brew. My goal is to provide fun and interesting decks on a budget. And to make my decks budget, I limit myself by only using a total of 4 rare/mythic cards in a deck, so a playset's worth. For today, our rare card is Venerated Rotpriest. 1 green for a 1/2 Phyrexian Druid with Toxic 1 that says, whenever a creature you control becomes target of a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter. This card is wicked strong. Unfortunately, we do not have it on our turn 1, but that's okay. This card's crazy strong. It's just really good. It punishes your opponent for running removal spells, and that's nice. And of course, we can target it with our own spells to also put a counter on our opponent. Let's see. I'm going to drop Toxic Scorpion. Now, another card for this deck that really takes it to the next level is Fynn the Fangbearer. 1 in green for a 1/3 human warrior with Death Touch. Whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters. As you can imagine, we're running a lot of Death Touch creatures. And some have both Death Touch and Toxic already, like Bilious Skulldweller. 1 black for a 1/1 Phyrexian insect with Death Touch and Toxic. If this is out on turn 1, and you play Fynn on turn 2, when this connects, your opponent will get 3 poison counters. And it's nuts. It's really hard to come back from that, because that's a lot of poison counters to have on turn 2. It's pretty crazy. In fact, someone did it to me, which is what inspired me to try this out. And it's pretty good. Another notable creature we have in the deck is Necrogen Rotpriest. 2 a black and a green for a 1/5 zombie Phyrexian zombie cleric with Toxic 2. Whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an additional poison counter. You can also pay 1 a black and a green. Target creature you control with Toxic gains Death Touch until end of turn. So, to help fill out the rest of our deck, I already showed you Bilious Skulldweller. Our other creature is Toxic Scorpion. Let's see, I'm going to take this block real quick. We have Toxic Scorpion. 1 in green for a 1/1 with Death Touch. When it enters the battlefield, another target creature you control gains Death Touch until end of turn. Remember, Fynn adds the poison counters for creatures with Death Touch. Venerated Rotpriest does not have Death Touch, and Necrogen Rotpriest also does not have Death Touch, but we have ways to give it Death Touch. Let's see here. I'm going to drop our Rotpriest. I'm going to play a Toxic Scorpion, and I'm going to hold up a Professor's Warning. Let's see. We'll give that. It doesn't matter here. Swing in. Finally get a poison counter on our opponents. We're up to 4 ourselves. Yeah, game's looking a little rough. Right. And then we have Ichorspit Basilisk. 2 in a green for a 1/3 Phyrexian Basilisk with Death Touch and Toxic 1. Perfect, right? Now, we do have a few spells of our own to really make Rotpriest good in the deck. We have 4 copies of Professor's Warning. 1 black for an instant that says choose 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature, or target creature gains indestructible until end of turn. This is primarily used for the indestructible. Keeping Fynn alive, very important. He really, again, he takes our deck to a new level. And it still works really well with Venerated Rotpriest, because it'll trigger, and our opponent will get a poison counter. So if our opponent goes to remove our creature, and then we respond with a Professor's Warning, they've gotten 2 poison counters, and our creature still lives. Like, that's sick. That's awesome. Let's see. We have 4 mana here. I think I'm going to use Bladebrand, which I was about to go over. 1 in a black for an instant that says target creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. So more protection. Draw a card. And I kind of want to draw a card here. So let's see. I'm going to give Rotpriest Indestructible. We find a land. I'm okay with that. And now we're going to swing out. Let's see what our opponent does. Who do they block? Toxic Scorpion. It's really their only option. They decided to block the one that's indestructible. Surprising. Unless I was not paying attention to the rap. Wait, what did I just play? I gave it Death Touch. I didn't give it indestructible. I'm a clown. I am a huge clown. I guess I was a little distracted. That was bad. That was a huge misplay. All right, let's finish up with the deck list. The last card in our deck is 4 copies of Bite Down. 1 in green for an instant. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature or planeswalker you don't control. So this functions as removal in our deck, and I like it more for this deck. In fact, I'll tell you why it's better in this deck than a black 2-mana removal spell, which there are a lot of. I mean, you could be running Infernal Grasp, Heartless Act, Power Word Kill, Go for the Throat, Walk the Plank. There's just so many 2-drop black removal spells that are good and that you probably should run. But the reason why Bite Down is better in this deck is because we have a ton of creatures with Death Touch already. But if we use Bite Down while Venerated Rotpriest is out on the field, then that's just more poison counters that we're putting on our opponents. And man, I wish I really still had this Venerated Rotpriest. I messed up big time. Alright, we're going to play Necrogen Rotpriest here. In fact, I only need 1 black. So I don't know why it's tapping me in a way that leaves up a green mana, because I have no way to utilize that green. Auto tapper, man. It's trying to screw me. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're up to 7 poison counters, but it's fine. It's fine. We're good. And Toxic Scorpion, I'm going to hold it back because it can't add a poison counter right now. So, no point in swinging with it. Still a good blocker. Vraska's fall is annoying. That gets around our protection. We're now up to 8 counters. This is going to be really close. I say it's going to be really close. We're up to 9. It might not be that close. They're up to 5. Do they have a way to bring back the rat? Probably. I feel like I've seen it so many times. Necrogen Communion. Seems pretty good. Yeah, we just lose. Good game. Alright, that's my bad. I did misplay with, you know, our Venerated Rotpriest, and we lost to another toxic deck. But I think you get an idea for what the deck's going for. And I promise the next game that you see, it'll go much better. Alright, here we are in another match, and I am A-okay with the loss that we took in game 1, because honestly, a lot of the matches that I've had with this deck in testing, they've been really short. They've been really fast. In that first game, it gave me enough time to go over every card that we have in the deck and why it's in the deck. Alright, so our opponent just played a Banehound. 1/1 lifelink haste. They didn't swing it because we have a Venerated Rotpriest. Now I'm going to show you just how good Bite Down is in this deck. So we're going to remove their Banehound. Our opponent's going to get a poison counter. And now we get to swing, adding another poison counter. Yeah, it's crazy. I literally had a game, and I have it recorded, that I might even use for a short. It was a 45-second game. Turn 1, Skulldweller. Turn 2, Fynn the Fangbearer. And I swing with Skulldweller on turn 2. So our opponent was up to 3 toxic counters. They didn't have removal. The next turn, I swung with both. My opponent was at 8 poison counters on turn 3. And they just conceded. And I don't blame them for it. That's a lot. That is a lot on turn 3. Our opponent's up to 3. They used one of the 2-drop removal spells that I was just talking about. They chose Heartless Act, and they killed our Venerated Rotpriest. A bit sad, but it's okay. Play another Banehound. That's fine. This wall is usually annoying, but because we have Death Touch, it's not a problem. So I'm going to drop Necrogen Rotpriest here. And we're going to swing for 1. Block with Banehound. Makes sense to me. That's fine. It's fine. Now, we have a Toxic Scorpion in hand, which is pretty nice. So we'll be able to give Necrogen Rotpriest Death Touch when it swings. When played, Curse of Leeches. At the beginning of Enchanted players' upkeep, they lose 1 life. And you gain 1 life. Life gain? We don't care about that. Our deck really is not going for life, so it's fine. So this says, start creature you control with Toxic gains Death Touch until end of turn. So it can give itself Death... Yeah, it can give itself Death Touch. Seems like the main point of its ability. But again, here it doesn't matter. We're getting Toxic counters on our opponent. Ooh, right now. I don't know if they read Rotpriest, but they're about to get a lot of counters. They just went from 3 to 8 counters. I don't think they were expecting it to be that much. But Necrogen Rotpriest already has Toxic 2. And when its ability triggers, it's adding 3 counters. And then again, it turns this from Toxic 1 to Toxic 2, basically. And that's game. And that took 3 minutes. That was a 3-minute match. That's a lot closer to what I had been experiencing earlier. The games, they're pretty quick. But I will see you guys in game number 3. Alright, we finally have Fynn. Opponent's going first. So we're going to keep his hand. And there's a chance that we find our 1-drop, which would be really nice. Actually, we have either... Either 1-drop would be nice. Venerated Rotpriest or the Skulldweller. Skulldweller would have been preferred, but it looks like we're drawing into a land. And that's okay. That's fine. Our start's going to be a little bit slow. Opponent started with a Combat Courier. This is a card that I just like. I just like it. I haven't used it in any decks yet, but I think it's neat. Let's see. Another Fynn. Alright, so it looks like we're just going to drop Fynn and pass. That's about what I expected. But I was being optimistic. I was really hoping we'd find our 1-drop. Because we do have 12 of them in the deck, but we only do care about trying to play 8 out of those 12 on turn 1. Let's see. 3 mana. I guess we're just going to bite down here. It's between bite down or... Oh, and our opponent just concedes. They don't want it. All right, that was really quick. That was only a minute. We're gonna roll into the next game because I really thought about this earlier. I think that I'm gonna struggle to get content for this video. I'm gonna end up with like 20 matches that are all like 2 minutes long. So we're just gonna keep it rolling. Yeah. I was debating about whether or not I just want to add a ton. Oh man, we finally had it, the 1-2 combo, but we don't have black mana and we're going first. That feels bad. That's just rude, really. I really want to show it to you guys because it's nuts. If your opponent doesn't have removal in the first 2 turns to deal with that combo, it's really painful. I'm gonna be greedy and mulligan to 5. The greed, it pays off. I am a really greedy player. I am. I shouldn't be, but I am. And you know what? Sometimes the greed pays off. So let's see. Blue. Ooh. Will blue have a good answer to Fynn? Fading Hope, maybe, is all I could have thought of. They might have been able to bounce Fynn before we connected. But that's 3 counters already. What are you doing with your turn 2? It looks like they're trying to bounce something. But even bouncing them won't really help too much. It means that Fynn can't connect. Ooh, a Thrumming Bird. Oh man, if we had a fight spell right now, that'd be perfect. Let's see. I think I just set up Venerated Rotpriest. I could go for the draw with Bladebrand. The best draw that we could get, though, is a forest. We have a 23% chance to find the forest, because then we could also play Venerated Rotpriest. I'm going to start with combats. Yeah, alright, we take the trade. Opponent still goes up to 5, which is a pretty good amount of toxic counters. Unfortunately, they did have a blocker, so we didn't get to put them up to 8 already. Because again, if Skulldweller had hit as well, that would have been 8. But look at that. That's another game. It's just that quick. All right, here we are in another match. Opening hand. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Still no 1-drop, which feels bad with the turn 2 Fynn coming out. But we will make do. Yeah, overall, our stats for the deck, they're actually pretty good. We're 9-3 with the deck so far. Let's see. Against Mill? I'm not sure how we do against Mill. I've maybe played against one other Mill deck. Maybe. I can see that 2 of my previous opponents were mono blue that you guys, I don't think, got to see. But yeah, we're 9-3 with the deck right now. It's a 75% win rate. That's pretty good. I was 9-2. I had a loss just now that you guys didn't see because I conceded. I got my opening hand. I had triple forest. I was like, I'm not going to play with triple forest. So I mulliganed. I got double forest. I'm like, that's worse. I mulliganed again. Double forest again. The game didn't want to give me a swamp. I was like, I'm not going to play a game with only 4 cards in hand. So I didn't. I'm gonna play the Ichorspit. Sure. I'm gonna play the Ichorspit Basilisk, and we're gonna see if they want to block. They don't. They're playing the Persistent Petitioners, and they don't want to have it. All right, that's fair. That's fair. I've had a lot of people concede pretty early against this deck. And again, we're just going to keep it rolling because that was literally a minute and a half. This deck is rough to play against. It is. If you don't have the answer, you just get blown out. We are now 10-3 with the deck. And I've only played it for... Wait, is that total? Let me see. I'm going to pull up the stats over here while that comes up. Yeah, here you can see the stats for the deck. I have a 77% win rate, 83% on the play, 71% on the draw, 10-3. And I went through 13 matches in only 30 minutes of total gameplay time. That's nuts. That is an average of like 2 minutes and 15 seconds per game. Like this is insane. This deck is crazy fast. The matches are over like that. Oh, hi, Cookie. Did I wake you up? I think I just woke up, Cookie. Come here, girl. You want to come say hi? Come say hello to everyone. We're still loading into the match. Rotpriest, turn 1. I'll keep it. Come here, Cookie. Come here. Oh, yes. Big stretch, girl. Oh, my God. Our opponent has 249 cards in their deck. Do you see that, Cookie? I believe the max is 250, which means that they have 1 card less than the maximum. And that's just ridiculous. That's more than 2 commander decks combined. They're silly, Cookie. They're silly. I'm just kidding. I'm teasing you. No face kisses. No one wants them. No one wants face kisses from that doggy breath. Yes. Alright, you going back down? More big stretches? You can go back to sleep. I don't know what's going on with this match. I guess we're just waiting on our opponent. So... this is already going to be a longer match, but I don't know that we'll get more gameplay out of it. Jack Rabbit Reaper. I don't know why I struggle to say that. Jack Rabbit Reaper. Oh, come on, man. I just want you to do something. We got people waiting. We've been waiting here longer than my first game just took. Well, my last game. No? Nothing? Any day now, man. I'm not going to be the one to concede. All right. Our stats are looking real good. Our win rate is looking crisp right now. It's looking pristine. All right, there's his timer finally. Jeez. All right, this looks like it's going to be another dub though, and I'm going to take it. I'm going to take what I can. I'm not even mad. If I was, not recording, then I probably would have conceded by now just because I want to play. That's what I am here to do. I am here to play Magic, not to sit here and watch this dude's timer run out. And all right, Rotpriest. There you go. And pass. This might be the only spell that gets cast for this match. So, how's your guys' day going? I hope it's going well. Mine's going pretty well. I went to the gym this morning. Already made another video for today on our free-to-play climb to Mythic, and that's going extremely well. That's going pretty bonkers, actually. If you guys aren't checking that out, you should. In fact, let me see. Let's go here. While we wait for this guy's timer to run out, let me pull the stats for my other account. MTG Budget Brew 2's account. It's free to play. And this is, let's see. This is my current rank stats. We just made this deck when I hit Platinum, and that was, I think, yesterday. We're currently 19-2, though, and we just hit Platinum 1. Yeah, as you can see here, Platinum 1. There's a very thin line right there. We just hit Platinum 1, and that's pretty nice. And look at that win rate. I mean, a 90% win rate, that's nuts, man. 19-2. It's going to go down as we continue to make our way through Diamond and such. But it's crazy. If you need a deck to climb to Mythic, I got a deck for you. And it's super, super budget friendly. It follows my normal budget restrictions. 4 rares. And I've taken this deck to Mythic before. The time that I did it, it was very early on into me trying to figure out like Twitch and YouTube and stuff. And I had intentions of making a video about it, but I just never did. And so now I'm going to. Now I'm going to do it again on a free-to-play account, and yeah. And yeah, again, if you need a deck to climb ranks, this is it. 4 rares, that's all you need. It's an Is It Wizards deck. Really good. Cookie. She's like gnawing on her knee. Ooh, this is a lot of Rotpriest going on. That can't be activated right now. They can block and lose a creature, or they can take the toxic. If we can find a spell right now, or if our opponent targets one of our creatures with a spell, they're taking 3 poison counters. That's a lot. That's a lot. Reckless Stormseeker. Okay, so they are a Gruul aggro deck. It's fine. So we're not going to block Stormseeker. We're going to take the 3. And that's okay. I've been using him a lot recently. We're going to drop this. I don't think he blocks. I think he's just going to take the 3 poison. Takes 3 poison. Up to 4. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. Give me a spell to target our creature. We have 12 of them. Professor's Warning, Bladebrand, Bite Down. 12. 1 in 12. Between all of these, that's a 24% chance that we find what I'm looking for. No blocks. We take the 4. Oh my god, it's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted to see. Yeah, we just swing. Not much else to do. They will kill 1 Rotpriest. That's a bit of a bummer. But they are now up to 7 toxic. See, man. If I had just gotten a spell there, in response to that block, I could have cast it. And they're just dead. Are you okay, Cookie? Cookie's being silly. What are you doing? Making a bunch of noise. That's what you're doing. No blocks. We take the 4. We go down to 9. Now things are getting a little close. If we top deck another land, that'd be really bad. Another Rotpriest. That's okay, I guess. Bro, I just want a spell. just give me one of our instants or sorceries. Okay. So if I swing out, all of these have toxic. They have to block. Does anything die if they block? Their wolf would die. We probably lose both of our Rotpriests. We put them up to 9. Do we die on the return swing? I'm just gonna say pass, I think. I probably could have swung with the Basilisks. But again, if I find one spell, one single spell to target our creatures, we win. 24% chance is what we had. Yeah, these are still 8% chance, 8%, 8%. They just made it nighttime. Are we dead? Well, he can't really swing out against me either, because if he does, then he dies. We have enough toughness and life combined that we're not going to die to this current board. Probably put on Snarling Wolf. Oh, on the bigger one? Yeah, that makes sense. They say go. Oh, they don't say go. They swing out. Okay. Snarling Wolf is not going to trick me. 2 mana, and it becomes a 3/3 and so on to turn. So I am aware of that. I might have to block it anyway, though. How do I live this? What is the best way to survive this? This, if I block here, that lets in 2. I don't think it matters if I block this or this, but I'm going to go here. So that's still 3, 4, 5 damage connecting. He doesn't have trample. Damn it, I have to use a Rotpriest here. So I said this is 2 and 4. So 6. He still has 2 mana and 3 cards in hand. This is rough. This is very close. Dude, so much land. So much land. Our average CMC for this deck is literally 2. It's 2 mana. We don't need 6 lands. This is, honestly, this has been really bad draws. You're not what I need. Oh my god, can I afford to pass it back again? Dude, our draws were ass this game. So much land. Literally, if one of these 6 lands, we've literally seen, damn it. I was gonna say, we've literally seen more lands than non-creature spells, but we've seen 7. One more non-creature spell. Fuck, dude. This is garbage. This feels terrible. I can't not block the wolf. Oh, wait. They don't have mana to pump it. Dude, do I have to triple block? This is so garbage. My board is just gone. Oh my god. This match sucked. This is garbage. We got super screwed on draws. We should have been able to win this. He's been at 7 for like 4 turns. There's a land. He has 4 cards in hand still. This is ridiculous. We have now seen as many lands as non-land cards. 8 fucking lands, dude. That's ridiculous. Oh, hello, Toxic Scorpion. Thank you for nothing. Still not what I wanted to see anyway. Dude, we had triple Rotpriest. Triple Rotpriest. And we couldn't find a spell. That's so AIDS. And he can give trample. They can even pay 0 into the X cost. Give this +0/+0 in trample. That's game. That's AIDS, dude. Alright, there's a loss. That was so garbage. That was totally our game to win. 100% of the time. Alright, here we are in another game. I just checked. I've got 8 games recorded, and it was still only about 30 minutes of content. But I think this will probably be our last game, and then after this, I'll hop into final thoughts for the deck, and that'll be that. Turn 1 Rotpriest. To turn 2 Fynn, not very great against Healer of the Glade, because Rotpriest doesn't have Death Touch, which is too bad. But we will play it out anyway. And no attacks. Yeah, they have no reason to not block. Risen Reef. Elemental deck, huh? Let's see. I think I want to use Bladebrand here to give Rotpriest Death Touch. And we swing with both. Opponent started at 1 poison counter. And is now up to 6. They just gained 5 poison counters. 5, that's half of what you need. It's turn 4 and they're at 6. That's pretty good. Come on. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little disappointed that it was Rotpriest and not Skulldweller, but that's pretty good. When this enters the battlefield, it deals damage to any target equal to the number of elementals you control. Ooh, does this say spell or ability? Just spell. So they're gonna try to kill Fynn here. This is why we have Professor's Warning. Finally gets his time to shine. And opponent's up to 7. Opponent's up to 7 poison counters now. Sick. Hell yeah. Let's see. We can play the Scorpion here in our next turn to give Rotpriest Death Touch again. So that's nice. We could force them to block and lose a creature, or they die. It's a little less than ideal for our mana situation. Okay, we're just a little off. But we're going to go for it. And then Rotpriest. And we swing both of these. Now I could block and kill Fynn. That would be a bummer. But they're already at 7. It's pretty good. Yeah, if either of these live... Bro, that's... Okay, he said, nah, that's game. Alright. I was going to say, with either one living, I think we'd be fine. Because with Rotpriest... With Venerated Rotpriest, specifically, not this one. I think we're going to get there. But that's another game. It's done. What was that? Was that our turn 4? Turn 4. Nuts. That was a 3-minute game. So let's hop into final thoughts for the deck. Alright, here we are. Final thoughts for the deck. It's crazy strong. This is not the perfected deck list. Not at all. I threw this together fairly quickly. I only made like 1 or 2. I think it's only version number 2 of the deck. And you can just see how strong it is, how powerful it is. Like, if you were to add a few more rares, if you were to, you know, like, flesh it out a little more, this deck could go nuts. Like, I thought the card that we used yesterday, what's his name? Tetsuko? I thought Tetsuko was pretty busted with toxic creatures, making them unblockable. Because a lot of them have power or toughness 1, like that guy. Or that guy. Or that guy. And in fact, I did think about adding Tetsuko into this deck to pair alongside Fynn, because both of them really, really work well with Toxic. But this deck, where Fynn is the star, and Venerated Rotpriest is really good too. He's up there. But Fynn is the star of this deck, for sure, 100%. It's nuts. The deck goes off. It's really crazy. Like, I don't know. There's definitely some fine tuning that can be done to this deck list. But dude, for the 4 rares that this will cost you, and then I mean, I don't know how many of these other cards you have, but this is just a really good deck. It's really fast, pretty consistent. Our win rate's really good, even now. 12-5. 12-5. I went through 17 games in 45 minutes. That's 2 minutes apiece. That's 2 minutes apiece. If you need your daily wins, this is a great deck. This is a great deck that'll get you there fast. To get 3 more wins, I guarantee we could get that in the next 15 minutes. And that's daily wins done in an hour. And that's really fucking fast. Because I've been doing the daily wins for my free-to-play account to try and see, you know, how many resources you get from playing for free during your first month when you first start up the game. And it takes me like minimum hour and a half, probably closer to 145, and maybe even 2 hours to get the daily wins. It's only 15 wins, and the decks I'm playing are pretty fast still. Like, it's a mono red aggro deck or my Is It Wizards deck, and it still takes a while. The speed of this deck is insane. It's nuts. And in fact, again, if you were to flush this out a little more, maybe upgrade it just a little bit. I'm not sure where the upgrades would be. If you were to upgrade this a little bit, you could take this to ranked. I promise you could take this to ranked and you could do well. Will it take you all the way to mythic? I don't know about that, but it'll get you far. And again, just with the speed of these games, dude, it'd be worth it to play. Like, this is nuts. This is just really good. You guys should give this a shot. I'm not looking forward to seeing more of this, you know, coming from my opponents. It's going to be rough. If this deck becomes popular, again, not even my deck list specifically, but just Fynn becoming really popular with toxic creatures, it's going to be a rough day. But that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's deck list, and I hope to see you in the next one.